There are more people who spend time living in their head than they actually spend living in real life. At this point, you have to stop allowing your thoughts to defeat you. Meaning, you will sit there and keep on thinking about what if this, what about that? Well, I can't do this. What about, all of this? What is? I can't do this. I can't do that. Or if you have a connection in your life that you want to, mend, you will spend way more time thinking about how it's going to fail than how it can actually work. You know what I'm saying? If you care about somebody, go ahead and let that be known. At this point, so many people deal with pride and this ego or just this mentality of defeat. You really are not as defeated as you feel. Our emotions will really play us. You know what I'm saying? They will play us to the left and make us think that we're, defeated, that things can't turn around, things can't be better, no matter if it's a business opportunity, a connection, friendships, whatever it is. At some point, you're going to have to get out your head and start living in real life. You know what I'm saying? We played in that thing called imagination all the time. The worst place to ever be is in the imagination, especially when it's negative. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know how things can turn around. You don't never know how a situation can pan out. It's not panning out because you're too busy thinking about it and thinking about how it's going left or how it can't get right. Our emotions will really play us to the left. You know what I'm saying? We'll live in that place of being stagnant. No matter what the situation is, think about your situation right now. What is it that you keep on thinking about over and over, obsessing over, but you ain't putting no work to it? You see what I'm saying? You got to take one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. If it's an ideal that you have, start to Google stuff. If there's a connection you dealing with, start to try to take steps to mend that situation. If you're dealing with somebody who's mature, and if you're not dealing with people or someone who's not mature enough to meet you where you are, then go ahead and move on. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you got to get out your head and start living for real. Because them thoughts will keep us drained. I'm going to tell you, them thoughts, our emotions make us feel, they can drain you to the point where you don't have any physical energy to go in and take on real life. That's how much emotions can drain us of our energy. And that's what's happening with you. Them thoughts, I'm telling you, they draining you. Why do that when you can just put your best foot forward and go ahead and knock that thing out? Just like that. It is only you that's holding you back with them thoughts. You got to let them thoughts go and start living. Let them thoughts go and start living it. If that's what you want to do, go do it. If that ain't what you don't want to do, stop doing it. But you got to get out your head, though, because that's what's really draining you. You ain't really tired. It's just your mind. And I'm going to say this before I get out of here. I am a firm believer that God is able. I know it because I see it. But at the same time, stop waiting on God and you got to get up and make your own move, because that's what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? God will add that supernatural power behind you that you need. Faith without works is dead. You feel me? So you're going to have to get up and make a move. Can't just wait on God to drop something in your lap. It don't work like that. Because trust me, I would be at home in my recliner waiting on God to drop everything in my lap. But I can't do that. I got to get out here and make it work. And the only thing I ask God to do is order my steps and ask him to give me, guidance and advice on how to handle situations. That's it. As a person, you got to get out here and do the work. It's your hands that do the work. God will give you the strategy. So don't be sitting around waiting on God to do everything. You're going to have to do a lot because you're here. You are a vessel. So that means you got to go do the work. Just seek God, for a strategy and a plan. But get out your head and start living in life.